Hello, I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome back to We Need Help. I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and today we need to own stuff.
We need to own the day. Own the day
our
by
life.
Aubrey Marcus. Yes. Yes, I'm so happy to be back, and I want to thank our listeners for the patience. We've been taking a well-needed break, we were very burned out. So I just want to thank you guys for keeping up with us, and I hope everybody's life is as interesting as ours.
I love your euphemism. Interesting. It's always good. Yeah, I'm really happy. Like I had one of our listeners, actually, she called me and she's like, "Where have you guys been?" I was like, "We needed to do a bit of a reset." So it's always needed. Yeah.
So welcome back, everybody, and I've missed you, Izza, so much.
I've missed you too.
Aw. Well, let's get right into it because I think we have a lot to cover. We've decided that we're going to go back and kind of talk about now that we're comfortable in our podcast, because when we first started, we were just doing it to do it. And I think that that's really important when you're trying to do something brand new, just to do it and fail at it and get back up. And now we've gotten a lot better, I think.
Yeah. We've refined, like, because before I think we were just going on and on. We were listening to our, first episodes and we were just going on and on and on and on. So I think now we're just a little more efficient, effective, refined. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to have a broad stroke apology to all our listeners because it was bad. I went back and listened to it. It was horrible.
Those who those who stuck with us. Thank you.
It was really bad. So, but I really have to say I'm grateful for that time because I think that we grew a lot as a person. So today we're going to go over Own the Day by Aubrey Marcus, a book that we read in our very infantile era of our podcast. And I would like to immediately apologize to Aubrey Marcus because we were so bad.
I mean,
we talked on and on for 2 hours about how we talk too much. So if you actually see something in another, it exists within you. And
yeah,
that is
exactly. Your opinion of others is more about you than them.
Yeah, it was really, but I will say that on the day, we wanted to talk about a sub-subject first, which has been bothering you.
Yeah. What's been really bothering me, like in life, before we get into owning the day, is this black and white thinking that's just like taking over our society. And it seems to be happening like more and more and more. Just like you can't, if you like a political candidate, for example, or you're on that side, you can't be even a little bit against what that politician is doing. Otherwise, you're completely against him. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like constructive criticism anymore. It's just like you're either 100% with us or you're 100% against us. There's no like, I can't disagree with this one thing that this politician's doing because that means I'm against him, and it's really, really ridiculous. Like there's no space for both things can be true. There's no space for that these days.
Yeah, I feel like it's an ego's gone wild time. Like, we've just gotten to the point where I believe one way. And a good example of this is I've been eating organically and chemical free for 14 years, like actively, pretty like. So back when I first started eating organically, it was so on the right. It was so elitist. You were stuck up. You were a tree hugger. And now, I had a pretty crazy conversation with someone on the left that it was okay to have chemicals now. I'm like, wait a second. The left was against chemicals. They were like Joni Mitchell,
Because there's
don't take
like a
paradise.
right guy is against chemicals, so therefore they have to be for chemicals, right?
I'm like,
Like,
no, 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 no. I was elitist back then. Now I'm, not a Maha mom. No,
yeah,
I was always
yeah.
for
But
making people healthy.
but that's what I'm saying. The left can no longer like hold on to their beliefs or whatever. Like before, it was like a left thing, and now it's like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a right guy defending my left thing, so I guess I gotta, it's just like
Now
crazy.
I'm,
Yeah,
now I have to be something, and I experience the same thing. I have literally always felt that I should be able to do with my body what I want, whether or not have a baby, whether or not it's, you know, put a microchip in myself. I
yeah,
never wanted that. Now, when we were going through the COVID thing, uh, uh, everybody, if you were anybody in society that if you were an active part of society, you had to get the COVID shot. I was like, no, 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 no. I want to do with what my body, I've always wanted to have the rights of to say what I want to do with my body, not left or right,
yeah,
not like not
yeah,
left or right. Like I don't want to be left or right. I want to just be me. And it's just I'm noticing it not just in politics. Like, okay, you either are Christian or you're not Christian. I'm like, no, I don't want you to tell me whether or not I have to be this
yeah,
or be that. I just want to be me.
yeah. And I'm just wondering, because I was thinking, what is the root cause, right? I do like a little bit of root cause analysis and like, what is it that's causing this? And I'm wondering if it's somewhat like driven by the media because that sells, extremes sell articles, papers, like advertising, like that's what sells, right? So one way or the other, you want to, read the comments because they're extreme, So I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if it's the media that is driving this separation.
I think it is a dire need to connect. It's
Mm,
a dire need to connect. And if like I agree with you on one thing, then we're connected. And if it's especially if it's a shared anger experience, then it's like the easiest
yeah.
form of connection. It's like when you hate the same person as
It's
another
like the
person.
lazy form of connection.
Yeah, it's like, okay, can we just agree that we both have opinions and we're both trying our best and we're both like, out there. And you were talking about something that I thought was interesting is two truths can be
Both things
going
can
at
be true.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, truths can be going at the same time, even if they're disguised as something else.
Yeah, and people think like either or. It has to be either or. And I'm like, well, both things can be true. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So if uh, you know, give me an example. Do you have an example of something like that?
So like, Trump, like he could be a good president in some ways and a horrible president in some ways. Like both things
Right.
can be true. Like he can, but people like think he's either all good or all bad. Like
Yeah, and I don't
there's
I
no shades
honestly
of
don't
gray.
think anything is all good or all bad
Yeah.
at any given moment.
Yeah.
A gun is really bad when it's pointed at you.
Yeah.
A gun is really good when you're hungry and you don't have any food.
Yeah, or if somebody's breaking into your house and about to kidnap your
Yes,
kid, something like that. Yeah.
absolutely. Like, I mean, we can kind of there has to be some gray area, and we're existing in such a dichotomous world right now with
Yeah.
the internet. And my suggestion is, and this is what I do, is if I feel that I need to change somebody's mind about something, I have settled into the idea that when I try to change someone's mind, I am changing their mind. It's just about me.
Yeah.
It's not about the subject. They're
Yeah.
they're actually like because when I see somebody posting a lot of political stuff or a lot of like argumentative stuff, I'm seeing that I'm changing my mind about them. I'm
Yeah.
not changing my mind about the subject that I've actually thought about in depth on my
Yeah.
own and how I'm going to deal with my family.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I love what you said in the very beginning, and I'm going to loop it all back to it, where you said it's ego's gone wild.
yeah,
And I'm a pretty spiritual person, so I believe there's a higher power. And my mentor, my spiritual mentor, she always says, if you are convinced, holding on to something so tightly, and you're so convinced, there is no room for God. She's like, there's no room because it's you and your ego and there's no room and I always I like that visual of like making a little room for God or something else, right, other than me and my ego, right? If I'm holding on to a conviction so
just,
tightly that I'm unwilling to see the other side, then I know I'm in trouble.
or if I'm going to choose being right over being connected, I think that's a
Yeah,
real indicator that your ego is
yeah,
in play.
yeah.
And the ego, I heard the best quote. I think it was Aubrey Marcus. I do. But it might have been Marianne Williamson because I was listening to
Because
their
they're so
podcast together.
similar.
They were together on a podcast, and it said the ego is self-hatred posing as self-love.
Ooh,
So, oh, I know it was so juicy.
ooh, love that.
Yes. And I just thought about it like so many times I've been like, I'm not going to tolerate that because I'm too good for that. Let me just tell you, I'm not too good for anything.
Have you met me?
Have you met me? Like, I'm like the bottom of the barrel. So, like,
Yeah. Oh, I love that
you
quote
know,
though. It's a good one.
yeah, the ego is self-hatred posing as self-love. And I think that anytime you feel like your pricklers are up and you think you have to defend who you are or defend what your morals are, the only way to defend any part of you is walking in it, being. If I'm let's just say I don't like Trump. My only decision is to vote differently. My only decision is to uh, act differently, not support things with my dollars. I don't have to go out and try to change people's minds because, frankly, it's just pointless.
Yeah. I
You
always
know?
think about like that other quote, and I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was Aubrey or Marianne or somebody else, probably. But it was this quote that, like, think about how hard it is to change your own mind. And you want to go around changing other people's minds. Like, it's hard enough for you to change your mind, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. And just offering people grace on a daily basis is really the only way that we are going to
yeah,
get through this. And I think we're at a pivotal moment where there are people that are just shutting down and not being a part of moving forward. And we have to grow. Like let's get
yeah.
growing, not it's just
Let's
it's
get
a
growing.
let's get growing. Uh which let's I mean, okay, so set that aside. We know that we're going to give
Yeah,
people grace. If it's not love, it's not real. That's my quote. Or maybe it's
yeah,
Aubrey Marcus's. I don't know. No, if it's not love, it's not real. It just doesn't exist.
yeah.
So it's all. So are we done with that subject? Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you for
Especially,
like allowing me to vent, and it was, yeah, great to talk about
yeah.
it.
And don't fuck up your family because you like Trump or because you don't like Trump.
I know. Do your family like, do they talk about politics at all?
Not in my home.
Hmm.
I don't do it. I know that it's been a problem in our family a little bit because I mean, I was raised by the left. My mom, like, really, like, she was a tree hugger. She was a flower child. She made my baby food. She's always been against, pesticides and stuff like that. And she's always been women's
Hmm.
rights and everything. So this has been a challenging time for her. And, but she really, like, she's
Hmm.
kind of set down her arms because the left has moved. And then
Yeah.
my Jason's family is all right side. So, and they've changed too. So it's like, I don't
Not
even
all
know.
right. The right.
It's just weird. So, yeah, I think it's a big
Yeah.
deal, but I think we all kind of respect each other's opinions enough to just shut it down pretty quickly. How
Mm.
about you guys?
We don't really. My father is more of a libertarian, so he's more like personal freedom is like his number one, like that's his thing, personal freedom, which
Yeah,
I love.
yeah,
And probably leaning slightly more towards the conservative, but I love that his, freedom fighter. Like he thinks taxation is theft. Like he's just like, more in that area. But we don't talk about it. And my dad is tolerant of other people's views. Like he will let people
yeah,
express their views and then he'll politely, present his, but he will never judge anyone or hate somebody because they have a different viewpoint. Like that's just
right.
not him. Um,
Okay.
and that's what I love. And I miss that about England because I feel like it was sort of we had a lot of people like with different viewpoints that were friends with us. So everyone kind of respectfully were very British about it and just would talk about it in a nice, respectful way. So I kind of miss that. Poland is like, you're either with us or against us, and it's very, very black and white. So
Well, and we if you look at these way of thinking, so that it blocks growth,
yeah,
it strains relationships. It honestly shuts down dialogue when you act like a know-it-all.
yeah,
It like, instead of asking questions, you're telling, you're barking, it's
it's a good way,
and
good
you're and
word for it.
and if you are just staunch in your opinion, you're just distorted reality because it's just not that black and white.
It's
Life
not.
just isn't.
And also, I never know what the truth is. That's why I also don't hang on to a certain side because I don't know the truth. Like who knows?
Because yeah, we've misjudged everybody in our life, I think,
Yeah, exactly.
and it
Exactly.
makes you easily manipulatable. Because if I find somebody who is staunch on, let's just say they're staunch
Mm,
on Trump, I can put them in the palm of my hand by agreeing with them
yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. And I know that that's like they're just easy to deal to get to do what I
Yeah.
want because all they
Yeah.
want is someone to agree with them. They're
Yeah.
not like somebody who's growing is you cannot manipulate them. They're
Right.
taking in information and flowing, and you just can't get them to sit still, which I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
which brings me to own the day.
Own your life.
Own the day, own your life. And I will say I'd like to really apologize to Aubrey Marcus, honestly, because I think I misjudged him. I judged
Mm,
his book,
yeah.
judge a book by its cover, but I judged him by his book, and he's so much more than that. And he has a wonderful podcast, which is so insightful, and he's so deep. And I wish that I could go back and just not have those thoughts about him. And
Mm,
I wish I would have learned more from him. Just because he was
yeah.
using dude words doesn't mean that there wasn't great intention behind them.
And I think also it's smart marketing. Like, I teach the art of presentation, and that's the audience he wanted to attract. So obviously he's going to use the words of the audience that he wants to attract. So that's just
Yeah.
smart. It doesn't mean that's that's his everyday talk.
Right. Right.
And
And
even
I
if it
think
is,
that,
like there's a saying that I love, which is sometimes we don't see the beauty of the forest because we focus on the ugliness of a few trees. And I think
yeah.
that's what we were doing with the book. We were focusing on the ugliness of maybe some of his language or some of the things. And we were using that as like a basis for wholesale condemnation. Like
Yeah.
it's
And
all
I think
bad,
we are trying to
And
be, you're trying to be funny. It was like our first podcast. Well, I mean, we've gotten more from this book than almost any other book. Agreed? I mean, I hate to say it.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to listeners and to people who haven't read it, so it's the idea behind the book is basically it's a guide to optimizing your day. So he has little, very practical um, tips on just key areas of routine. So how you wake up, how you eat, how you exercise, how you rest, and just breaking it down into little hacks. So little pieces of your day and just focusing on those little pieces and then eventually putting it all together so it comes up with one day.
And
So that's basically what the book is about.
if you slowly work on these behaviors, then you're eventually going to every day will be somewhat optimized. And he was definitely not a perfectionist in it, I felt. But you start your mornings with intentions, you do one thing for your body, you do one thing for your mind, you do one thing for your spirit, and then you do one thing for connection. These are all things that if we did every day, we would feel so good by the time we closed our eyes at night.
Yeah, it's so interesting because the whole concept that he presents is very similar to when people enter in recovery.
Mm,
When I recovered, the person that was helping me gave me a list of tasks to do every
okay.
day for 30 days. She said, do everything on this list for 30 days. And it was like, wake up, make your bed, pray for a bit, read a couple chapters of this recovery literature, call another person. Like it was these things. So and people recover when they do these things. So it's
Right.
very smart what he's saying. It's this discipline that we enter into our day so we feel better. Yeah.
I've often thought that if everyone went through recovery, because we all have addictions, maybe it's anger,
Yeah.
maybe it's, discounting ourselves, maybe it's codependency, maybe there's all different kinds of addictions
Food.
in food, anything. But if we all went through recovery just as the 12 steps go, it really is best for everyday life. I mean, if everyone did acts of service every single day, the world would be a better place, no?
Yeah, if everyone did a little bit of meditation, a little bit of reading, a little bit of reflection, a little bit of what can I put into the universe, a little bit of good eating, like
Yeah.
like miracles would happen, right?
Making
Yeah.
amends. I mean, I do think that, you know, being able to apologize and correct your own behavior is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like we should teach that
Yeah.
early and often. So let's get. I just went through. I listened to our podcast. It was horrible. Wouldn't recommend. Highly don't recommend. But let's shorthand this. I'm going to go through
Yeah.
and you. I'll go through
Yeah.
waking. He wants you to hydrate with a pinch of salt in the morning. We said Himalayan. Now it's Celtic. Just so you know, like the
Oh,
trend.
okay. Is that the new trend?
Okay.
What's
What
is
is
that
Celtic?
Irish?
Yeah, it's from the Celtic Sea, and you could also do French
Celtic.
because the Himalayan is over mined now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We're super rich people. Just I mean, god damn.
You know what I was thinking of earlier, actually? This is the one criticism I may have for Own the Day on Your Life. I was thinking like of a single mom with like loads of kids or like somebody who's working like a lot, like that it might be a little hard to do some of these things. But then again, I was thinking, you know what? Just take what you can, like do what you can. Even if you did one thing, like hydrated better, your life would improve.
It's not
So
hard to put a pinch of salt in your water. I don't care what kind of
no,
mom you
it's
are.
not. But I was thinking Celtic, like I'm just like somebody who lives like somewhere in a trailer park. I could just imagine him going to like wherever, like, hey, do you have any Celtic salt? And the person at CVS is like, what? Like,
I will say I lived in a trailer park and I have no idea what kind of salt we had at the time.
wasn't it what is it? The big purple kind of
The
tube looking
Morton,
one where the girl in the umbrella? Yeah.
That's
Wasn't
adorable.
it that?
I think it's adorable, and I can tell that you were never poor because you think we had a name brand anything. That's so cute. Yeah, but
You're like, you know how
he
we got salt? We had to sweat and then lick it off our hands.
essentially
That's the only time we got our salt.
we had whatever like off brand that there was. There was never, ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever
You guys were
any
like
name brand.
scraping it off the roads in the winter.
Yeah, you're adorable thinking that. Um, so get into the sun, which is free. Just stand in the sun if you've got sun.
This is another,
I
okay,
do.
I'm not criticizing Aubrey. I'm just criticizing Poland. It literally, the sun doesn't come out all winter, but does the
Okay.
sun even behind clouds work?
I think so, yes. And but we should all be on vitamin D, uh, taking vitamin D
Mhm.
because most 90% of us are low on vitamin D. If, even living in the sunshine state, you're low on vitamin D. Um, Three, move your
Okay.
body. He had a lot of naked
Mm.
jujitsu. Remember the naked jujitsu?
That was the criticism. I remember that was the criticism, like the naked jujitsu. Yeah.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
talk of balls in your face, and I think that he was doing it to be funny. Now Aubrey's my best friend, so I'm making excuses for him. But he said
Uh,
you should do naked jujitsu with your partner, and like we staunchly stood against people having balls in our face, and I want to stand behind that still. If Jason thinks
yeah,
he's
I'm
going to put his
still
balls in
against
my face, it's not going to happen.
not today, Satan.
Uh-uh. Do a couple jumping jacks if you have to. That's fine.
Do I have to watch?
No, I don't want to watch that either.
I don't want to watch myself doing naked jumping jacks or anything, but yes, some kind of movement in the morning, helpful. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, very helpful. Power shower, which is when you shower and then at the end of it, for 3 minutes, you stand in the cold water. And we know you were pushing back on that, but I did it and I loved it. And I went on to do cryotherapy, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's still on my list to get a ice bath because it really is exhilarating. And I do stand behind that, and I think that we should try that.
There's resistance in me, which is why I think I should do it because what I've been doing is lately is leaning into my resistance. So anything I'm resisting, I'm leaning into it. So I will try a cold shower tomorrow.
Okay, and you should probably get balls in your face then.
Okay.
All right, I'll take a
Because I'm
ball in my
really
face.
resisting
One
that.
ball, one ball,
One half a ball.
half of a ball. Okay,
Did you I sent you this article? Did you see this article I sent you about Hitler having a micro penis in one ball?
uh, yes, I did, and I keep them coming. First of all,
Yeah, and
keep them
and
coming.
then I love the comment on the article like that's really going to do something to his reputation. But we did say we had an episode where we said the most dangerous man in the world is a micro penis.
Small, any small penis doesn't have to be like clinically micro. But if it
Yeah, but
doesn't
he
get
was
it,
clinically micro and
they don't
apparently had
get
one
it.
ball. Yeah.
If a man's penis doesn't get it, they don't get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't want Hitler's ball in my face either, so
Not one, well, not even one.
not even
Okay. So, and then fat in your coffee, which I have taken on since we read for 4 years. I've been putting MCT oil in my coffee and cinnamon.
Ooh.
He didn't even say that.
Well, that's a tip you can give him.
Yep. Aubrey, put a little shake of cinnamon in there, a little Ceylon cinnamon, Kalon. I don't know really how to say it. So that was the morning. So if you hydrate with salt or minerals, you can get a drip of minerals that you can order on Amazon. You can go into the sun, also take vitamin D, move your body. I suggested just some jumping jacks, or I have a shake machine that like shakes you
I love
and it
those. Yeah.
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 Yep. We should post how to order that. It was super inexpensive. It was lovely.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
it drains your lymphatic system. Uh,
Ooh.
Power shower, turn it cold at the end. Even if you can't handle 3 minutes, any amount is good. And he did suggest using Wim Hof breathing, which you can go online and figure out how to do that.
Okay.
Uh, and then fat in your coffee, MCT oil, butter, olive oil, because that
What
slows the
about coconut
trickle.
oil?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
MCT oil is coconut oil.
Oh, okay. I
There you
didn't know
go.
that. Learned something
It's
new every
just
day.
it's a more expensive coconut oil, so
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds more expensive.
Okay. And one I added on, if you are grumpy in the morning, figure it the fuck out. Because grumpy people in the morning are just miserable to have around.
Yeah, I am not grumpy in the morning at all. I'm so content. Mornings are my best time.
I love mornings. Mornings are
Yeah.
just like you're just up. But I have met people who are grumpy in the morning, and I am telling you, it is not. Figure it out. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care if you have to do naked jujitsu. Just
Balls in your
don't be
face,
grumpy.
whatever. Yeah.
Get those balls in your face because this is not cool.
Okay, so those are the mornings. What about eating? Does he suggest eating in the morning? I forgot.
Don't eat breakfast. Fasting
Yeah.
is a good thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if you haven't figured that out, I don't. Breakfast is the shittiest meal of the day.
I do not, I've never, and I'm so glad I'm like in tune with my body because I never, for years now, eat breakfast. Like I just don't want, like my body rejects it.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to have it.
Yeah.
The end.
I love how my body's smarter than I am.
Oh, well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Your intuition is always right.
Yeah.
Um, he said a couple of tips. Fry using high heat oils, avocado, butter, coconut oil. Stop using seed oils. I mean, we know this. That's your canolas, your sunflower, your safflower, your
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Did I say canola?
Yeah. I don't know the seed oil because Poland doesn't use seed oils that much. So
Oh, okay, good. So God bless Poland. Poland knows everything.
Poland's
Uh,
smart.
Poland's got it all figured out. Fat is good. Eggs are good. Oysters are good. Krill oil is better than fish oil because it
Ugh.
takes less.
I can't.
I know.
I
I
can't
know.
even do the fish or krill oil supplements because they
Pills.
come up later. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I
I
just have a
know.
hard time. I struggle. I'm on the struggle bus with that one.
And I love this guy, and I know that you weren't enthralled with it because you're in recovery, but he is all about psilocybin,
Mm,
ayahuasca, nicotine, cocaine, you know, in plant form, not in that doesn't mean you
yeah,
should trip balls, smoke
yeah.
cigarettes, do lines of coke, and then, but he was saying use them, because I think that a lot of people are dealing with some mental health issues. And I think psilocybin has a huge place in that.
I would agree with you on that, just not for addicts. So I would put a warning label on substances just for addicts, because where our minds and bodies are wired slightly differently. But I'm not against anything that works for somebody. I just know I
Okay.
can't microdose anything. It
Yeah,
turns into a
you're only
macrodose very
macrodosing.
yeah. But I'm not against it for some people in recovery. Like, I'm for anything that works for people.
I love it. Then he talked about, okay, so that was real quick. Just don't eat breakfast. Uh, don't use seed oils. Uh, Eat a lot of fat. Try to take krill oil if you're not going to be belching it up like your grandma. And then these are just things that we got out of it back then. And I've taken them and I've done them all.
Yeah.
And they do
I've
work.
done
Because look at
most.
me, I'm
They
just
do work.
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went into working. He said, if anything is worth doing, it's worth doing well. And we disagreed with that. And I still do. Because I think if you do it and then you figure out how to be better at it, it's better than figuring out how to be good at it and then doing it.
I agree. And you have to do it. I think a lot of what blocks people is they're afraid to start because they're afraid they can't be perfect. So start being imperfect. And I'm a big fan if you have the privilege, and I'm saying this is a privilege, of doing what you enjoy doing, then do that. Because I'm sad when I have a day off, which I've never had
Yeah.
before. Like I love my work is my hobby. I
Yeah.
love going to work every single day. And it does
Yeah.
not, and I'm like, just the fact that I get paid is a bonus. So that's a privilege for me. Yeah.
And let's have a side that doesn't mean every moment of every day is like
Oh, no.
crack
Yeah.
day.
No, yeah. Not every day can be crack day.
Right. But I mean, you're just enjoying your actual existence in it.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, my stepdad worked as a postal worker since he was 18 years old and retired at 62, and he loved it. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be like this thing where you're Tony Robbins all the time.
Yeah, absolutely not. And then just kind of going in and what I do like about Aubrey's approach is just going in and thinking of it as exciting to be able to do better. Like that's cool. Like I'm not the best at what I do, but I'm willing to like I'm not scared of making mistakes because I'm like, oh, I get to learn something. That's cool, I think.
And feeling as though you have a purpose. And if you can't do that, let's just say you have to provide for your family and it's not something you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Having something where you are acting in service,
Yeah.
at your church on the weekend, or you're doing something that you feel purposeful on
Yeah.
in your side time, that still counts.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like that and then he said, ask yourself, how can I be of service today? And I think that's a huge deal.
Yeah, well, he now has this well, his whole coaching program is fit for service, which is
Oh, okay.
amazing. So I started reading more about him because I was just like, oh, he's just a dude. He came up with Own It, like the supplements or whatever. But I
Yeah.
started reading a little more about him, what he's doing today. And
Okay.
first of all, he's diving into poetry, which I thought, how cool and how brave, right? So he wrote a book called Love to the Seventh Power, which is all about the idea that all poetry comes from love, which is really cool. So I'm going to actually read that book because I'm interested in what kind of poetry he's writing. But then he has a whole coaching program called Fit for Service, which is all about becoming the best version of yourself so you can be of service to others.
Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
He's just I mean,
So
I I love this guy now. His podcast is
yeah.
amazing. Is like he
Yeah.
is very deep and I really like that about him. And then he said
And I
learn to
think what
say
I
no.
love about,
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I don't want
I think
to
what I
not
love
interrupt.
about our, I love about our progression is that this thing that we were talking about in the beginning before we started talking about Own the Day, two things can be true. So I think before we were just condemning him, and now it's like, okay, we can still love him, but disagree with maybe
Mhm.
certain aspects. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And we understand maybe now more than ever that no one is all bad or all good. So
yeah,
expecting that of Aubrey would be expecting that of ourselves, and we just cannot do that in a
I
healthy
love
way.
that. Yeah.
Learning to say no, and we talk about this every podcast. It's something that we need to do. We always need to be better at it. Always. And especially during the holidays. I think that we're coming in on a time that no is so valuable, not because you know, we need to have boundaries, we need to do this, but like it does give us room to do things that we want with our families, and that's important. Those are where the memories come. If we say yes to everything, we're just spread so thin and we can be of no value during
Yeah,
this
I
time
mean,
of connection.
yeah, I read somewhere that treat your energy as if you had like $100 every day and every thing of energy is like a dollar. Like how much are you giving to be, and then yeah, so it's almost like treat your energy like currency. I like that.
Yep. Uh, and then he had training as one, and he believes in kettlebells. I don't know if he still does. Let's just skip over that because if you know how to work out your body, you should be working out.
Yeah. Yeah, weightlifting is
Use,
important.
using your own body weight to work out, that's obviously a no-brainer. Don't use negativity to work out. In other words, I'm ugly, so I need to get more attractive.
Right.
I'm disgusting, so I need to work out. He said it just won't work. And I agree.
Yeah.
If I'm like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, I need to get moving, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Why would a piece of shit get moving?
Pieces of shits just lay there.
I'm a piece of shit. I can't work out. So if we're talking so gross to ourselves and
Mm.
then expecting the best out of ourselves, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Agreed.
Uh, he talked about sleeping. Do you remember this?
Yeah, the sleep ritual and then the I think the sound waves and the hertz and the yeah,
The
those
binaural beats for nap time.
binaural beats, that's what they were called. Yeah.
Yep, yep, and they are something to be deeply explored. I think by everybody, if you can. But look that
I'll
up.
tell you, when I had my cancer surgery, when they removed my thyroid, I had big headphones because I was in a hospital where there's lots of beeping and noise, and I put on the healing hertz, and the doctor was amazed at how my scar was healing fast. And
Yeah.
I really think it was through the beats that my body was healing. So I firsthand, I've tried it and it does work.
There's actually major science behind that.
Yeah.
Like like there's frequencies that are connecting with our cells. Like we are frequency, we're energy. So it really just makes sense. As far as sleeping routines, go to sleep at the same time. Get off your phone 2 hours before you get that time. So if it's 9:30, it's 7:30 off the phone. I think that a nice dark room. I always sleep with the TV on. I'm probably always going to sleep with the TV on, but that's just my thing.
Yeah.
He said sleeping naked, which
Yeah.
I
I
took
love
that
that.
on and
I
love
took that
it.
on too. I love it so much. I sleep so much better.
Yeah, me too. Um, it actually like releases hormones that are so good for your body, and especially, as a woman, like our vagina needs to breathe at night.
Yeah.
She needs her space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Been cooped up all day.
she's not like she likes freedom.
Yeah.
And then I want to say magnesium glycinate is a must, especially for
Yeah.
women. I read the other day that it is the number one supplement that women should be taking.
Amen.
Do with what you want. And then I believe shaving your legs at night, but Aubrey Marcus did not say that.
Yeah.
It's good. Good
Ever
advice.
since I got my thyroid out, my hair on my legs just doesn't grow, which is kind of nice.
Women everywhere are going to get their thyroid taken out.
Everyone's gonna go like to Chernobyl and just like lean against the elephant's foot or whatever that's all just
Uh, okay, and then the
suddenly there was
last
a
one
spike in trips to Chernobyl.
yeah, all of a sudden. And then the last one that we talked about was sex.
Yes,
And I wanted to know if you wanted to be vulnerable with this or not. Did you
sure.
listen to the sex part with you?
I don't know. I don't remember if I did. I might have skipped over it because I was like cringing.
Yeah, because you weren't having good sex and it was obvious.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was like
I know.
I
I
it was so obvious because you're like, I don't know why everybody's just obsessed with sex. I'm like, well, because sex is amazing.
I know. Yeah, I know it is.
Like if you're downplaying sex, it might be a red
There's
flag that
something
you need
wrong.
to
Yeah.
have. You're just like, and I'm over here like, no, I think it's important, and you're like, eh,
No, it isn't. It's overrated.
no, it. It was so good. But he was saying that having sex is so important for your hormones and for your, to actively just be in that part of yourself is a really good thing. And he
Yeah.
was saying and I disagree. He was saying like, you have to have a lot of sex. And I think that it's different for all couples.
Different for everybody. Yeah. But it is, I do believe it's really, really healthy, because when I did have good sex, I remember I was like glowing and people even noticed. People are like, you literally do glow. Like,
You're
yeah.
glowing. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it changes who your
Yeah.
whole, you know, f- energy flow. It feels good. And if you're connecting with another, that's really important. And I think that
Yeah.
that is a really big deal. And which makes me want to bring up a subject. I think that I hear a lot of women kind of making sex a manipulation. And I think
Can you
like
tell me
he
more?
does,
What do you
let me
mean?
give you an example.
Yeah.
He doesn't do this, so I don't want to have sex with him.
Oh, right. So it's like almost like a bargaining chip.
It's a
Yeah.
bargaining chip. And I think what you're basically doing is cutting off your nose in spite of your face, is saying, he's not doing this, so I'm not going to get mine either.
Yeah, like it's almost like they're not even t thinking about their pleasure. They're thinking of sex as a tool to satisfy a man and get something from him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
Mm.
open up yourself to the idea that maybe if you blow him, he'll do what you want. Is that a weird camp to set up in?
No, it's not a weird camp at all.
I mean, I hate to reverse
I
osmosis
remember
this.
I was recently I'm not going to say who because she'd kill me, but I was on a holiday with a friend and her boyfriend was like running around and doing everything for her. And we were all sitting around, all the girls were sitting around, and we said, how is he doing all this for you? How do you get him to do all this? And she just looks at us, she's from Russia, and she goes, blow job.
It
I was
really
like,
solves a lot of
one sentence,
problems.
blow job. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
solves a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like a little, like get that, like I think
Cool.
we have chi inside of us, and if we don't orgasm with another, it gets caught.
Yeah.
It gets caught right through here,
It's
you
stuck
know?
in one of the
It gets
chakras,
like
the
if your
root
man
chakra.
is grumpy, if your man is grumpy or you're grumpy, somebody needs to get laid. I
Blow
think there's a
job.
reason. Blowjob. I'm so bad at interpret or and what like any kind of accent or anything like
That's okay.
that.
You have many other talents, many other talents.
Blowjob.
For example, blowjob.
But I think that sex is a really good indicator of, even it doesn't have to be penetration, it just has to be connection.
Yeah.
So that's basically all I had about that book, except for just thinking how bad we were to him and how much better I understand him now because I've grown.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope you can forgive us. And we just want to say that we're grateful
Yeah.
that
And I'd
yeah.
highly recommend reading that book.
I recommend it too. So many good tips in there. So many good ones.
Yep.
Like not a bad tip in there except for the naked jujitsu, but you know, they can't all be winners, you know.
That might work for somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Not me, but somebody.
Somebody. Well, I'm very excited about our new season, and I'd like to just thank everybody for listening and make sure that you go on and like and subscribe. And please go to weneedhelpthepodcast.com to get any of our amazing swag. We have really funny hats on there, t-shirts, the whole nine. So just please, like I said, go on, like, subscribe, and buy all our shit.
And buy all our funny ass shit. All right.
And
I love you. And I'll see you
see you
next
next Tuesday. Bye.
Tuesday.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on We Need Help, the podcast.
Make sure to like, subscribe, like again our YouTube channel, our Instagram, follow us wherever you can. It really, really helps us out and ensures that you won't miss any future episodes. So, yep, thanks to you, we can keep going.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.